My cat. I told you my cat Frank has an addiction to marijuana?
No.
Yeah.
What's happened?
I don't know, man, but the secondhand smoke is going to kill me.
What is he? Well, it probably smells like catnip or something. Does he get into
Maybe.
it?
I don't know. Well, he does associate it with food too, because he'll come down here and I'll give him a few treats.
Oh,
So there's that connection, which is probably the main thing, actually.
Does your cat still try to wake you guys up? Don't you lock it out?
Okay, so what I did was I got this feeder that's like an automated feeder, and it's got 5 compartments.
Uh-huh.
And you can set it to at a given time to like rotate, and the food appears. What up? All right, I'll be up in a bit. Go on now.
Hi, Rochelle.
Shane says hi.
Hi,
okay,
Rochelle.
Good night. So anyway, this thing rotates, and he can access the food. So I set it 4:20 every morning.
Of course.
It rotates, and and it's got a voice thing. So I recorded a message, and it's like, Frankie, come and get your food now.
Oh, wow.
And so it'll say that, and man, because he's always laying on my bed or at that time, he just shoots up as soon as that voice starts. He's like, bam, wow. And down there.
Is it you don't leave a bowl out for him all day though?
No, he'll eat everything. I mean, he cannot leave food. This is actually a problem, man, because we got another cat, and you can't she would just come and go.
Right.
She'll just come and go and eat, if she's in the mood to eat, whatever. He won't. He would eat everything. So whenever she eats, he has to be like removed, So that's a bit of an issue, but
that's wild because like our cat, it sleeps all day, man. And about 2:00 in the morning, it wants, wants the water turned on in the faucet. It wants, wants you to give it some snacks, or food. It's the same food. It just wants attention for some reason at 2:00 and then like 4:00.
Here's the thing. The weird thing about Frank is when we went to the shelter over in Independence and went in there, he was in this, what they called a colony. And it was just like, I don't know, half a dozen cats live in this room with towers and, litter boxes that are all full of feces and shit. And he would just, every time we went in this to see him, he just sat there and just didn't really do anything. Just sat there, didn't really move. And his hair was all weird. And he was kind of a weird looking cat. And he was very small. This guy, like his I don't know. He looks like he's not totally developed right, but the vet seems to think he's fine. So whatever. But anyway, we went back a couple times and saw him, and then we decided to go ahead and get him, and we filled out all the paperwork and everything, right? And Rochelle was getting some stuff, and I went over. He was still in the colony, right? And I went over, and they were feeding them for the day. So they brought out these little trays of food. And I watched it, and he just went nuts, and he was just like running from tray to tray, gobbling down as much as he could.
Wow.
And I was like, holy shit. And I'd already signed the papers. but check this out. So then we take him home, and I got him thankfully had him in a carrier, and he shit in the carrier because they fucking fed him, right? And it was like 100 degrees out. He shit in the fucking kennel on the way. Yeah. So then we got him here, and we gave him a bath, and I brought him down into my room. Here he comes. Whoa! What the fuck? He's going nuts. This is Frank. What is anyway? So he well, he's got this weird personality. So we had him down in this room for the first few days that we had him, and he would just sit in this chair and he wouldn't do any, really wouldn't move. And then slowly over time, it's like his perimeter kind of expanded, and then he would jump up and sit in the window of the room. And then slowly we integrated him into the house. But it's weird though how his perimeter kind of has expanded slowly over time. And I think we've had him now, like, I want to say like 2.5 years or something.
Right.
Okay, but get this, just over the last, I'd say, few months, he started jumping on the kitchen counters.
Oh, wow.
And getting into shit. He didn't do it for like 2 years. It took him that long like something clicked in his mind, and he's like, wait, I can do this. And he starts doing this shit. And one day he came in the living room and he started vomiting, and it was yellow shit. And I went in that he had eaten half a stick of butter.